What's up, Better Days? Today we're in the garden. These are all going to be blackberries, and they'll all look like this. They'll just get huge as they ripen, and there's tons of them. They're super thick, crazy. Did I say raspberries? Blackberries. I don't know what I said. These are blackberries either way, and there is a ton of them. The way this works, man, we've got so much to go over today. Strawberries are finishing up. It's the 23rd of May. By June, there won't be any strawberries left. All of these will be done. You won't be able to get any berries. They won't be making any more. There's a perfect strawberry right there. When these finish up, they start shooting out runners. These runners come right out of the plant and then stick another little plant in the ground. Boom. We're gonna spread this thing out right here. Cover all this with strawberries. That's our ground cover. If you want to grow strawberries at your house, they grow year round. So like you'll have green here year round, and then in the spring you'll have berries. Typically what happens, as soon as the strawberries finish up, blueberries start coming in. Yeah, there we go. Get some nice, look at these chunky boys. Look at a blueberry. Now that is a blueberry. Typically things work out just right, like they have this year. All the blueberries will ripen, and then by the time they're done, we're done eating these, the blackberries will be ready, which is nice. It keeps us in the berries for several weeks at a time. Okay, but that's just the front yard. Man, we got so much going on in the garden. It's crazy. Garlics are tall. That's the first thing you see here. They're growing scapes right now. It's coming out right here. Those will be ready Father's Day. Wall of sunflowers is doing fantastic. Boom. It's going to be a huge wall of sunflowers right there. Boom. Bam. Just like that. Grapes are going crazy. There's still a full 7 days left in May, and look how big the grapes are. Look how and numerous. Look how many. Every time you turn over a leaf, there's more grapes, and it goes like this for 50 feet all the way down around the row. And they're crazy. This is strawberries. I'm going to do ground cover like I showed you up front, all underneath the grapes here, because you really can't grow anything as big as these grapes are now. You can't grow anything that grows up, so we're just going to put strawberries down there. Strawberries work great as ground cover and then like erosion control, because they just spread out everywhere. And anywhere you don't want them to grow, just cut them back with a weed eater. They don't care. It doesn't even affect them. So they're great for ground cover. I got my little watermelon started right here. And these potatoes, see how the leaves are yellowing? They're just about done. The potatoes are almost done. So I'm going to dig up those potatoes in the next week or two, and then use this watermelon vine to cover this whole area, which is a great idea. Same thing here. Watermelon vine. He's going to come down this way. There's strawberries everywhere, but like I'm just going to grow the watermelon vine over top of them, and everything will be fine. It's crazy. One little tomato in the middle here. He came up on his own, so I put a cage around him. He volunteered to be there. That's where he's going to live. Oh my gosh, cilantro. I gave my parents like a gallon bag full of cilantro, and it didn't even dent this patch. But cilantro is great. It only gets about 1 hour of sunlight a day, and that's the hour we're at right now. The morning sun rises that way in the east, and this blocks it. And it doesn't, about 8, 9 o'clock, it gets some sun, and then the leaves from this grapevine cover it. So it's great. You want to grow some cilantro somewhere, grow it in the shade. I got some pointers I saw online about how to thin this out properly, and I did the best I could with this peach tree, but I don't think we're going to get peaches again this year. It's covered with hundreds of these, but it just grew pits, and now they're not getting bigger. They're just hard peach pits, and they're not getting larger, but that's okay. We're new to this. We're trying the best we can. I'm doing ground cover over here. Strawberries. That's what this is. All strawberries. This area of the garden, I really don't grow a whole lot of stuff because the peach tree makes it so shady, and the grapes make it so shady. all of these new beds are gonna have strawberries in them just year round. I feel like the best thing to do is to grow strawberries year round, and then in the late winter you split them up and thin them out, and then they put out berries for you really well. Grapevines, the two new grapevines that are going to cover this new fence rows here, they're doing well. This is all new growth. I just picked these up at the box store, like a Lowe's or something. And all around the yard I've got these are morning glories, and they're going to cover the fence here and then down there, and then those two pots you can see right there. I'm going to cover that fence with morning glories. It's going to be pretty spectacular come August. Tomato, I put this one here. Let that grapevine grow up, and while he's growing up, we'll grow a little tomato here this season. I want this watermelon vine right here to cover this area. All around here, there's more morning glories right there. This is where my little rubbish pile, I just throw stuff like, this is old lettuce that didn't work out, that I didn't eat. Broccolis that didn't work out, that I didn't let go to seed. These are just watermelon plants that are coming up on their own. We'll see what we can do with those, if anything. That'd be nice. The cucumbers are good. Cucumbers doing as scheduled, growing up on, all of these are going to be cucumbers this year. All these fence rows. I took out all the strawberries that were here, put in a couple tomatoes, and this has, right here in this bucket, has morning glory seeds. And I'm going to put them on this fence row right here. Nice big tall sunflower right here. A nice big tall sunflower at the very end down here. This thing's going to be great. This vintage wine tomato plant, given to me by my buddy Dustin. Appreciate you, dude. This thing is massive already. We're talking almost 4 feet tall. And of course he's got tomatoes on it. Even though it's only May 23rd, it's ready to rock. This is San Marzano. Is that what it says? Yeah, San Marzano. And look how this one is a tall, lanky, looks very determinate. This one, short, stubby, bush. It really looks more indeterminate. We'll have to see. But I mean, this thing's already covered. Like, it's going to give me one big blast of tomatoes. That's cool. Nice sunflower right here. Another tomato he gave me right here. This is Boxcar Willie. Boxcar Willie. We'll see what that turns into. This is a cherry tomato. I grew these from seed that I had. Speaking of seed, I'm letting these broccolis. See how big those broccoli got? They grew me some nice. They grow little, what looks like broccolis, and they shoot up into flowers. And then we'll get some seeds out of this. And oh, there's some little broccolis right there. Right there and right there. All of those will go to seed. And we'll get us some nice broccoli seeds. Same thing with these lettuces. The lettuces curl up and do that, you know, romaine lettuce thing. And then their outer layers all wilt and fall off. And then they grow straight up. And it'll grow me nice, tall, pretty flowers that are full of seeds. Yep, pretty cool. And that's everything we got going on right now in the garden. Man, that's a lot of stuff. That's a huge update. This is going to be a long video. But I mean, there's a ton of stuff going on. Got 4. I'll have to thin these out. You don't really want to have 4 morning glories in one pot like that. But they're going to cover this right here. Should be epic. I've been doing these updates every 2 weeks. I think I'm going to try to keep that schedule. Thanks for checking out my garden, you guys. Have a better day.